Hello, this is Shawn, Digital Learning Coach for Union County. I'm going to work with you today on pushing out materials to your class. So, one of the things that we come across is the projector goes down and teachers confuse how they're going to present material, or they're looking at a better way of utilizing the technology in the classroom. So, if you have a one-to-one setup in a classroom where each child has access to a device, Google Classroom, we all know, is a great way of pushing out things, but there's other programs that will actually let you take whatever slideshow, presentation, any item that you might have been previously using as a document camera or wanted to reference to your class. You can actually throw that to a student, and this can go all the way to embedding a video to throw to the class as well. So, let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start with Google Classroom, and we're going to say we're going to create an assignment or material, depending on how you want it. I would probably recommend just go ahead and do a material, and it would be today's lesson. And then in this case, we would actually be dropping in a link and also a slideshow. So I'm going to show you what we're going to put back in there. So I'm actually not going to finish that out. So I am doing a slideshow presentation for my class. This is everything I want. This is just a pulled template, whatever. So I have a couple of options here. If I had an image I want to share with the class that I'm normally using a document camera for, now I'm going to cover this in the later thing about doing annotations and stuff, but I can just easily enough upload that to Drive, Photos, search the web, whatever, and get that image put in here that I want to show my class. This could be anything from a map. Now we can go a little beyond that with maps, where we actually embed Google Maps, and we might come back to that. If I have a video I'm wanting my class to watch, I can actually insert that in as well, and insert a video from, sorry, I'm not sure what it clicked on, so we're going to try that again. Insert a video from Google Drive that I actually already have in there, or I could come back and do a URL or YouTube video. So if you know, we could always add that in. And the nice thing about that is this gives your students an access to revisit this and watch that again if we're going to be doing anything of the sort like that. So, really neat. Just one big push there is make sure your students have headphones. So how do I get this to the students where it's more of a controlled thing? Because I could just add this assignment or material to Google Classroom. Kids could go at it at their own pace. But if I'm talking about wanting to actually lead and guide a lesson, there's an add-on I'd recommend, and that's Peardeck. Now, another thing you could do is Nearpod, where you can do a similar process to this, and you're more welcome to check that out, but I'm going to push Peardeck on this one. I'm not worried about doing the integrated questions right now, and we can cover that again where we can make more engaging parts of this. I just want to present what I already have. So I'm just going to hit present. And so once this comes up, I could start my class where they go to this link, they add in the code, and jump in that way. There's actually additional things I can do, and I'm a big driver here towards Google Classroom just because it is a real simple way to get a lot of this materials out to our class. So I can invite that class, and it basically will create an assignment. I can invite that class, and it'll actually send an assignment to there, or I can give the link to my class, and that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, where I can create materials, and I can say, okay, I want to give this link, and then I also want to add in the actual slides that I'm wanting to do. That just allows for my students to have two different options actually viewing this material, but this is how I'm actually going to guide my class, because then when I actually get ready to go, currently I'm jumping in on the other browser on there, so this will look like a student has joined. So I can start class, and then this actually lets me turn on self-paced if I want my students to go through that, but that's no different than just providing them with the slideshow that I was doing. This actually, though, will control what slide my students are currently looking at. So instead of thinking about every student in my classroom looking up to the board. I now say every student look at the screen that's right in front of you. I have no issue of Timmy's moving his head in front of me, or I need to sit closer because I can't see, I forgot my glasses, or there's a glare on the screen. This just lets it be right there in front of the student. This controls it to where whatever slide I move to or move back to, every child is on the same one. And it's just really nice to actually control the pacing of it. So this is something I really recommend. If a student accidentally backs out, they can always jump back in with the code, or go back to Google Classroom and have the link to just join right back in. And then at the end of it, I can actually end it and share it back out with the class. But I also have an additional option on here, and we talked about making things more engaging. I'll probably include this a little bit later on, but at any point in time I can throw in a real quick question, and can say, do you agree, disagree? I can do a short answer where students type out something. We can create different options in there. So you can do questions on the fly. But that's really all I have, because like I said, once you get this up and going, then that's just another reason not to turn on a projector. You have all the materials there for your class. You're still guiding the lessons. You're still talking. It just makes things flow a little bit better. So that's all I really have for you guys. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, once again, just get back to me. Thank you. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Please click the like button and subscribe so you can stay up to date on any future videos.